Greetings, you river bears. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and this is the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Please consider following the channel. Today, we are opening, against instructions, this pack of magic cards. Now, it says very clearly in big red letters, "Do not open!" And then smaller underneath it, "Until you've played the guided game." So what the heck is that? Well, first of all, I'll tell you this was sent to us by Bezikrik through the mail, and I will explain what this actually is. So for a couple years there, Wizards was making things like this, which is this is the sort of learn to play, but also get the computer game thing. Let me tell you what this is, what this box contains, okay? Because all it says is, the battle begins here, Magic the Gathering trading card game with CD-ROM. And you can see from the icon there, this is from 7th edition. So this says, it has 2 decks featuring illustrated cards of creatures and spells, a 15-card pack with more advanced cards for expanded gameplay, a collectible premium card featuring exclusive art, 2 play guides to take you and your opponent through the game step by step, an easy-to-read rulebook, 2 playmats with scorekeeping counters, and then in all bold, a CD-ROM featuring exciting games that cover the key aspects of Magic play. Which is different, actually, now that I'm reading it out loud. It's different than what I thought, because this is a thing to teach you how to play Magic, basically. And it comes with this booster, which also says "Do not open," and this one's from 7th edition. It says "Do not play until you've played the guided game." It's an advanced booster pack. Because it comes with these 2 little pre-constructed, pre-ordered decks to walk you through a game. So one of these players is going to lose, and it's all predetermined, and it tells you, like, now this player, flip over this card, it'll be this thing, cast it this way. They did this for a couple years. This one is from the one for 9th edition that I thought came with a CD install of Magic Online, which this one apparently doesn't. So we're gonna have to come back to this one at some point in the future. But anyway, this is the one that we were given. So we're gonna open this one today. And it even says on the other side, "Do not open until you play the guided game." I think it's just a booster of 9th edition, but I don't know. And it's really frightening looking. It's like, "Don't open it." Yeah. Oh, it was made in Gwent. It was made. Oh, I see. Sorry, no, the offices. For Europe, Hasbro Customer Service, Castleway, Newport, Gwent, Great Britain. It's just kind of funny that Gwent is a place, apparently. All right. So let's see what's inside this booster pack. Oh, white border. Okay. Let's see here. I don't want to spoil myself, but I do want to see if there is even a rare in here. Boy, there sure isn't. All right. So first up, we have an uncommon. It's Blanchwood Armor for 2 and a green. It's a creature enchantment, and it says enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. I am not used to white bordered cards. Wow. Next is Dancing Scimitar, which is another uncommon. 4 mana for an artifact creature spirit, and it's a 1/5 with flying. That's wild. All right. Next is a mountain, just in the middle of the pack. Next is Naturalize with art I've never seen. 1 and a green, instant destroy target artifact or enchantment. Sure. Next we have good old Craw Worm, 4 green for a 6/4 worm with a bunch of flavor text. The most terrifying thing about the Craw Worm is probably the horrible crushing sound it makes as it speeds through the forest. This noise is so loud it echoes through the trees and seems to come from all directions at once. I mean, yeah, that would be scary. Next is Anaba Shaman. I remember this one. This is 3 and a red for a 2/2 Minotaur Shaman, and for red and tap it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. With the flavor text, "Just try taking this bull by the horns." No, I don't think I will. Magic card flavor text has always been a bit silly. Then we have a forest, again in the middle of the pack. Then, literally in the middle of the pack, all those cards, and then there's more cards after, but then is this, which is Core Game Advanced Booster. And it tells you, there we go, these are cards for the silver and gold players' decks. Okay, so these are specific. This is not a normal booster of 9th edition. This is a seeded booster that's supposed to go into the decks that you've already played with to like spice them up a little bit. With this weird guy who I remember shows up in so we used to sell, we might even still sell it, I think there's some kicking around, a DVD of the first 4 episodes of Friday Nights with a whole bunch of bonus features and deleted scenes and stuff. And one of the bonus features was Jeremy Petter and I playing this 9th edition How to Play game with the instructions were given by this guy with blonde hair and a black goatee in a suit. And here he is again saying, me again, here to tell you about the cards that you've received in this booster pack. Okay, well let's find, that's all for one player. Let's find out what the other player gets. An island and a plains. And the cards are Holy Day, which is single white mana, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. So good old white fog. Telepathy, single blue mana, enchantment. Your opponents play with their hands revealed. Okay. Honor Guard, which is a single white mana and for a 1/1 human soldier, and then for 1 white, Honor Guard gets +0/+1 until end of turn. Wind Drake, possibly the best card here, is 2 and a blue for a 2/2 Drake with flying. And finally, Rod of Ruin, with some art I swear I've never seen before. 4 mana artifact for 3 and tap, Rod of Ruin deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So both players get a pinger, except that the blue-white player's creatures might die to 1, whereas the green-red player gets Crawworm and Dancing Scimitar. Each player gets at least 1 card with an activated ability. Each player gets an artifact. Each player gets an enchantment. I love this. The gold player gets Blanchwood Armor. An aura is a special kind of enchantment that's attached to another card in play. When you play Blanchwood Armor, you pick a creature to put it on. You put the card right under the creature you pick. That creature gets +1 to its power and +1 to its toughness for each forest you control. The exact numbers will change as the number of forests you have in play changes. Once you pick the creature, you can't move Blanchwood Armor to another creature later if a creature leaves play, so do any aura cards on it. The silver player gets Telepathy. It lets you see your opponent's hand. That's it. Okay, so this is actually a seeded pack of 9th edition specifically for these decks that I don't have handy, because I think we have that thing still. I think it's actually on the set, but okay. Are any of these worth anything? Value-wise, I mean, this is obviously not going to be particularly high. Telepathy is the highest valued card at 35 cents? 39 cents. And although, James points out, the white-blue player gets more value than the red-green player, which is the silver player gets more value than the gold player, is apparently the delineations we're going down there. That said, the whole thing together is worth like $1.30, which is more than some like regular packs we've opened. So, you know, in fact, we don't normally include the lands in the total, but in this case, the lands are also, just these 4 basics are also more than $1. They're only about 20 cents less than all of the non-land cards in the pack. So honestly, the basics are not bad here. And hey, some people, against all reason, prefer white border, and these are some really pretty John Avon basics. So, you know, there's that. And yeah, 3 John Avons and a Matthew Mitchell. So, you know, those might be the most interesting parts. But in any case, thank you, Bezacrick, for this foreboding pack to do not open. And I assume that the other one is similar, but I mean, now I'm kind of curious. So maybe we'll do that in a future Crack-A-Pack. I forgot we had this kicking around. I was looking for the other one. Anyway, thanks, Bezacrick. And that's going to do it for the Crack-A-Pack today. What a weird thing. What a strange artifact of, when was this made? 2005. So yeah, if you want to send us weird things or normal things or anything really, well, within reason, use our better judgment. Your better judgment may not be up to the task. You can do that to our P.O. Box. If it's for this show, make sure to label it Attention Crack-A-Pack. Also, do check out our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. It's how we keep doing all the things. Really appreciate it. I have been Graham. Shoutouts to James for the assist. Shoutouts to the editors for putting this together. And we will talk to you all next time. Bye, everybody.